Welcome to your virtual lecture with Access Group Training for Summative Assessment 1 of Manage Budgets and Financial Plans. For this assessment, there are 5 questions. These questions cover a lot of the same information that was covered in the formative assessment questions, but here you are expected to provide more in-depth answers that demonstrate a deeper level of understanding. Your answers should be extensive, and wherever possible, you should use examples to further demonstrate your understanding. In some cases, it may be necessary to repeat some of the information that you have provided in previous answers. It is okay if there is an overlap in your answers. Question 1 has a few parts to it. It reads, why do organisations need accurate and timely financial information? What information is required to manage the organisation's finances? Who is usually responsible for an organisation's financial management? To answer the different parts of this question, refer back to the responses you gave in the formative assessment. In particular, Activity 1, questions 1 and 3, Activity 3, questions 1 and 2, and Activity 4, question 2. I would also suggest rereading part 1 of your e-learning guide to ensure you cover off all aspects of this question. Question 2 of Summative Assessment 1. There are several ways organisations maintain financial records. They include manual systems, hard copy, and computer-based electronic systems. How do computer and manual systems operate? For this question, parts 2 and 4 of your e-learning guide will provide you with information about both manual and computer-based systems. Use this information to formulate your answer. To demonstrate a deeper level of understanding, include some of the advantages and disadvantages of each type of system. Question 3 of Summative Assessment 1. What is GST and how is it implemented? Who is required to register for GST? What piece of legislation primarily governs GST? Just like question 1, there are a few parts to this question, but they all relate to GST. To demonstrate that you understand what GST is, how it is applied, and who it is relevant to, you may have to do some research on the internet or have a look through your textbook. For this answer, you will need to explain not only what it is, but also explain how the tax office can monitor what GST is being collected and paid by a business. Question 4 of Summative Assessment 1. What are audits and why are they carried out? Refer to your textbook or carry out some research on the internet to find information about audits, what they are and why they are necessary. To demonstrate that you have a good understanding of audits, your answer should include details about who would normally carry out an audit. Question 5 of Summative Assessment 1. What are budgets, cash flows, general ledgers, profit and loss statements? After working through your e-learning guide, you should be clear on what each of these items are. You have already covered these in some of your answers to questions in the formative assessment. These are Activity 1, questions 5 and 6, Activity 3, questions 1 and 2, and Activity 4, question 2.